What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, we're going to be reacting to Kendrick Lamar exposes the list of Drake's young victims, man. Allegedly, allegedly, right? Drake actually likes them young, man. Going from the list of, Millie Bobby. If you guys don't know who Millie Bobby is, a lot of people don't know that name, but that is the girl from Stranger Things. Pretty sure she was like a main character, the one with all the powers, right? You guys pretty much get the idea. And, Billie Eilish and a lot more, man. Ever since Kendrick Lamar came out and basically not even exposing, shedding a lot more light to the whole Drake liking them young situation, right? People have been pretty much digging up old videos of Drake actually bringing up a young girl on stage, proceeding to ask how old she is. Then she said she was underage. Then Drake said, "Oh, I don't want to go to jail yet, man. Why are you so thick, though, and so fine?" Things like that, man. And then he proceeded to continue to kiss the young female, things like that. You guys pretty much get the idea, bro. Even I don't like talking about it, but you guys pretty much get the idea, man. The whole point is Drake is being exposed for liking them young. That's pretty much all I'm trying to say. But overall, enough with the app, and let's just play the video, see what it's talking about. Then I'll share the rest of my opinion at the very end of the video, because I know you guys are going to say, just stop talking and play the video. All right, bro.
Of women's basketball, high school basketball. I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh my God.
But like, Drake, come on. Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only like texted him, but he's so nice. Like,
awesome. What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
Baby. It looks like we're about to enter the surviving Drake era, because Kendrick Lamar just exposed Drake for being a first-class creep who somehow always finds himself in compromising positions with below-the-age girls. For years now, there have been rumors that Drake's nice guy image is just a cover for his weird fondness for girls who are half his age. I mean, over the years, there have been so many instances where Drake got called out for having problematic relationships with teenage girls, from Millie Bobby Brown to Billie Eilish. The list goes on and on. However, fans are now dragging Drake for filth after Kendrick exposed him for being a P-word in his diss tracks. Child, at this point, Drake might have to start getting his defense ready, because it's about to get hot over there. And baby, you do not want to miss this tea, because it's super messy. So let's get right into it.
I'm 34 years old.
Yeah.
If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, "I miss you so much," and she was replying to me, "I miss you more," would you not think, hold on here a second, that's weird?
So Kendrick Lamar just exposed Drake for being a P-word and having uncomfortable relationships with girls who can't even drink legally yet. It actually sparked a much-needed conversation about Drake's history with minions, especially in the light of everything that's been going on with Diddy. But before we get into Drake's creepy behavior, let's quickly break down the beef that got us here in the first place, because it's super messy. Also, people are now dragging Drake by his cornrows because many people feel he completely obliterated Drake. For context, Drake and Kendrick have been beefing each other for a few weeks now. It all started when J. Cole claimed in his song First Person Sure that he, Drake, and Kendrick were the biggest rappers in the game. Things escalated in March this year when Kendrick rejected that Big Three status and dissed Drake and J. Cole in his song Like That, featuring Future and Metro Boomin. J. Cole responded with a diss track called 7-Minute Drill, which he later deleted and apologized for and deleted. Drake then released a diss track called Push-Ups and another one titled Tailor-Made Freestyle, which contained AI-generated vocals of Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Tailor-Made Freestyle eventually got deleted because Tupac's estate had issues with him using AI vocals of Tupac. In response, Kendrick released Euphoria and followed that up with 616 just a few days later. Drake then responded with Family Matters, where he accused Kendrick of of putting his hands on his woman. And just 20 minutes later, Kendrick fired back with Meet the Grams, where he accused Drake of having a secret daughter and being a P3DO. This beef has the internet in a frenzy, but so far, it looks like Drake is losing because fans are still trying to uncover some of the double and triple and quadruple entendre Kendrick used to finish Drake. But the craziest part of all this is how people are now talking about Drake's inappropriate relationships with young girls. So, on Saturday, May 4th, Kendrick released another diss track, his third in 48 hours, titled Not Like Us, which had a pretty interesting cover art. The cover art showed an image of a mansion on a map with several red markers across it, which got people talking. It didn't take long for fans to figure out that the mansion on the map was Drake's Toronto mansion, which he calls the Embassy. The red markers across it appear to represent the same type of markers found on the houses of registered S offenders. So, it looks like Kendrick is calling Drake and the people close to him, the P word. But sit tight, guys, because Kendrick wasn't done just yet. In the song, he said, "Say, Drake, I hear you like 'em young. You better not ever go to cell block 1 to any B that talk to him and they in love. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him." Here, Kendrick was continuing his theme of calling Drake a P3DO, saying people should hide their younger sisters from him because of his predatory behavior. Kendrick then goes on to rap. Certified Lover Boy, Certified Paxine File, which you already know, is a play on Drake's Certified Lover Boy album. Kendrick goes on to say, "Why you trolling like a B? Aren't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor." So here, Kendrick is clowning Drake for trying to hurt his feelings and failing, but he's also playing on the word A minor, which refers to the musical chord A minor, and also to the allegations of Drake being inappropriate with young girls. And that's just from Kendrick's latest diss track. Like, we can't even begin to unpack everything Kendrick said about Drake being a creep. Now, Drake fired back at Kendrick in a track titled The Heart Part 6, where he also addressed the P-word allegations. When this track dropped, fans noticed that Drake was very pressed about Kendrick calling him the P-word, as he should. But it seemed like he started to slip up and project some things that Kendrick didn't even mention. For example, he rapped, "Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the ish I expected, TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect-ish, you rather effing grab you pen and misdirect-ish. Like, nobody said anything about Epstein. So why did Drake feel the need to compare himself with a well-known predator?" Drake also rapped, "I never been with no one under the age, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was effing young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested." For good measure, Drake added, "Only effing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I'd never look twice at no teenager." This one had fans scratching their heads because Kendrick did not name any names or make reference to Millie Bobby Brown in any way. So why did Drake feel the need to mention that he did not have any inappropriate relationship with her? Well, fans thought it was really weird, and some felt like if the things Kendrick accused Drake of doing weren't true, then Drake wouldn't be slipping up so badly. One fan said, "Drake put out the names Millie Bobby Brown and Epstein in reference to himself before Kendrick even mentioned them." Another fan said, "It's objectively funny that the first diss track to name drop Jeffrey Epstein and Millie Bobby Brown came from Drake himself." Now, the question a lot of people might be asking at this point is, who is Millie Bobby Brown and why does her name keep popping up in connection to Drake? Well, I'm glad you asked. Most people know Millie Bobby Brown from her role in the hit series Stranger Things, which she played when she was just a teenager. In 2018, Millie was nominated for a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a female actor in a drama series for her performance as 11 in season 2 of Stranger Things. She was only 14 at the time, so this was obviously a huge moment for her. However, this big moment in her career was overshadowed by some comments she made during the event's red carpet. When the interviewers asked her about a picture she took with Drake, Millie started going off about how much she loved Drake. Millie also revealed that she and Drake had been texting back and forth and telling each other they missed each other. On top of that, Millie also revealed that Drake had been giving her advice about boy issues. Then she said Drake was going to be in town soon and that they had planned to meet up and hang out.
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake, that's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, That stays in the text messages.
This is like
Fans were absolutely flabbergasted by her comments, and they started dragging Drake for being in the DMs of a 14-year-old girl who isn't related to him in any way. I mean, that's bad in itself, but when you add the "I miss you" and talking to her about her romantic relationships, then it's just downright creepy. Mind you, Drake was about 32 years old at the time. I mean, what kind of friendship could there possibly be between a 14-year-old girl and a 30-plus man? It was also super weird that they had been taking pictures together and posting them on social media, like one picture Millie posted of her and Drake and captioned with a heart emoji. Then there was the fact that Drake sent Millie some merch for his upcoming album, Scorpion, before it was released. So there was obviously some type of bind going on there. In fact, fans started to think Drake might have been rooming Millie because in his song titled Jaded from the Scorpion album, Drake rapped, "We coulda waited, I wasn't rushing, differences in ages, you're old enough, but you're still a baby." And then somehow, even with all the backlash, Millie came out to defend her supposed friendship with Drake, saying, "Why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline? You guys are weird. For real. I'm lucky to have people in the business extend their time to help me further my career and offer their wisdom and guidance. I'm very blessed to have amazing people in my life. You don't get to choose that for me. It's nice to have people understand what I do." Now, get back to talking about real problems in this world, other than my friendships. Jeez. Now, it's understandable that Millie didn't with their relationship and, maybe there really wasn't anything outrightly problematic going on. But the thing is, Drake has an awful track record regarding his relationships with young girls. Shortly after the whole Millie Bobby Brown incident, Drake faced a fresh round of backlash after Billie Eilish revealed that he had also been in her DMs. In 2019, Billie did her third interview with Vanity Fair in the series of interviews she does yearly. And when it got to the point where she was asked who was the most famous person on her phone, she mentioned Drake. Then Billie went on to talk about how Drake is one of the nicest people she knows and just gushing about him.
But like, Drake, come on. Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only like texted him, but he's so nice. Like, he does not need to be nice, you know what I mean? He's at a level in his life where he doesn't need to be nice, but he is, Drake received a lot of hate for that interview because at the time, Billie was only 17 and he was 33 years old. So he's in the DMs of a girl half his age talking about who knows what as if it's the most normal thing in the world. And from how Billie spoke about him, it seemed like she and Drake used to text pretty often because she also said he was way too nice. Many of Billie's fans were worried about her because at this point, it was pretty obvious that Drake had a pattern of texting girls half his age. But then she went to Vogue and slammed everyone talking about her and Drake's relationship, saying, "Everybody's so sensitive. A grown man can't be a fan of an artist. There are so many people that the internet should be more worried about. Like, you're really going to say that Drake is creepy because he's a fan of mine and then you're going to vote for Trump? What the EF is that ish?" But fans pointed out that it wasn't really about Drake being her fan. It's that it's not proper for someone like Drake to be building a friendship with a 17-year-old girl because he has a track record of being weird around young girls. For example, there's this video that has been circulating of a 2010 Drake concert that has caused a lot of backlash for him. See, that year, Drake was performing in Denver, Colorado while he was on tour. At some point during the performance, Drake called up a girl on stage and started being weird with her. He went at it for a while before stopping to say he was getting carried away. It was at this point Drake asked her how old she was, and when she said she was only 17, he responded saying, "I can't go to jail yet, man."
feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest. I just want to thank you.
Okay, let's ignore the fact that even if she were older than that, it would have still been weird to do those things without first asking her. When he does find out she's that young, what does he do? He starts commenting on how thick she is. Then he said he didn't know whether to feel guilty or not, but he had fun. And he still continued making improper comments about her. Now, to be fair, the age of consent in Colorado is 17. So technically speaking, Drake didn't do anything that would land him in jail. But fans pointed out that Drake didn't actually know this little fact while he was performing that night. He thought she was under the legal age, and he handled the situation exactly the way a creep would, making weird comments and trying to blame his actions on how the girl looked rather than taking accountability. And don't even get me started on the young women Drake has allegedly been in a relationship with, like Hailey Bieber. So, back in 2016, when Hailey was 19, rumors started swirling around that she and Drake, who was 29 at the time, were dating. The rumors started after Drake and Hailey were spotted having dinner together in West Hollywood, with Drake wearing a matching H necklace. They were also spotted together during Drake's Memorial Day party that weekend. Around that time, Hailey did an interview with E! News where she revealed that she had known Drake for about 5 years. If you do the math, it means Drake and Hailey met when he was 25 and she was 14. Even if Hailey was already an adult, fans still thought it was bizarre for Drake to be dating a girl he had known since she was a child the moment she became an adult. But Drake's relationships with young girls goes further back than that. In 2018, there were rumors that Drake was dating 18-year-old model Bella Harris, who had recently graduated from high school. Allegedly, when she turned 16, Drake flew to DC and shut down an entire restaurant to celebrate her birthday. Then she posted a picture of her and Drake in an embrace captioned, "No place I'd rather be," with a blue heart emoji. It was really weird that Drake, who was 31 at the time, was so excited to celebrate a random 18-year-old's birthday that he rented out an entire restaurant. But then rumors started floating around that Drake had actually been manipulating her for a few years now because, as it turns out, they first met 2 years prior when she was just 16. Oh, but it gets creepier. In a 2023 No Jumper interview with Lil CC, she revealed that she first met Drake in 2015 when she was on a high school basketball team. Apparently, Drake was a fan of high school women's basketball, and his love of the game made him follow Lil CC and her friend.
And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh my God.
He followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake. So basically, yeah, he followed me. Maybe a year later is when I built up the confidence to like message him on like some working stuff, because I was 18 when I messaged him.
Mind you, Drake would have been about 29 at the time, talking about watching high school girls playing basketball. Of course, we can't forget about Drake allegedly dating Saw when she was still below the age. In October 2020, Drake and 21 Savage released a track called Mr. Right Now. And in Drake's verse, he rapped, "Yeah, said she wanna F to some Saw. Wait, cause I used to date Saw back in 2008. Now, in 2008, Drake would have been 22 and Saw would have been just 17. In a tweet, Saw later confirmed that she and Drake dated but kept it on a low because she just didn't want anyone thinking anything creepy was happening. However, in 2021, 35-year-old Drake released his Certified Lover Boy album featuring a song titled Poppy's Home, where he rapped, "Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like Magic City parking lot." It turns out that Sierra Canyon is a private school in California that offers classes for preschool to 12th graders, and Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta. See, one thing fans have picked up on in this whole Drake thing is that the girls who are his alleged victims always somehow defend him or just refuse to say anything bad about him, even when it's obvious that something weird has been going on between them. And the truth is, we only know about some of these girls because they are celebrities or influencers. What about the girls who can't say anything because they don't have the platform to? In fact, word on the street is that Drake makes teenage girls sign NDAs when they come to his house. I mean, at this point, Drake's creepy behavior around young girls is out there for the world to see, and when male artists start to go down this route, it never ends well. Just ask R. Kelly and Diddy. As usual, fans have left their thoughts on the whole situation, like this one that said, "I knew Drake was creepy years ago, but the fact that Kendrick or another artist for that matter addressed it was nice to see. I hope it blows up." And this person said, "I think the reason why he's coming out with this now is because there's something huge brewing with P. Diddy, and some stuff might come out soon that we're not even ready for, and Drake might be in one of those lists. Food for thought." But now I want to know what y'all think about this whole Drake.
But yeah, man, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section, and subscribe for more content, man. But my opinion on this whole situation, right? This is absolutely insane, man. There's a lot of proof in one video and a lot of information in one video, bro. But overall, that whole Bobby situation, the Stranger Things girl, I don't think her and Drake really had anything going on like that. But I'm not trying to defend Drake in any way, bro. There's definitely some proof, a lot of proof that, proves Drake to be a known weirdo. You get what I mean? Overall, though, Kendrick Lamar didn't really expose Drake. If anything, he shed a lot more light to the whole situation, right? Because a lot of people didn't know Drake was a full-blown weirdo. You get what I mean? But now that, now that Kendrick Lamar pointed it out, now a lot of people do know and shed a lot of light to the whole situation. It's not like Kendrick Lamar came out, sorry. It's not like Kendrick Lamar came out showing proof or anything crazy like that. No, he literally just said Drake likes them young or something like that, right? And, people did their research simply because there's proof on the internet. There's old proof, there's recent proof, there's some sketchy things going on with Drake and young women, let's just say that. So things like these are already on the internet, man. You just have to do your research. But Kendrick Lamar just shed a lot more light to the whole situation, though, if you get what I mean. But overall, bro, I'm not gonna do too much yapping, just gonna end the video here. So let me know what y'all think, and peace out.